Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm participating in the Speedy Scrapbooking Hop. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am participating in the Speedy Scrapbooking Hop 2025 with Ginger from Ginger's Corner. So if you are like me and find that there are never enough hours in the day, but you still love to document your memories, go check out the collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers are sharing tips for speedy scrapbook layouts. You can find the link to that playlist in the description of this video, as well as a link to Ginger's Facebook group where you can find the sketches that have been shared to inspire speedy scrapbook layouts. If you watched my intro video, you would have seen this fun Crayola collection that I have in my stash from 2009. Isn't that crazy? I didn't buy it in 2009. I was scrapbooking back then, but I actually got this when one of the ladies who was selling product from her home was going out of business, and she was kind of trying to get rid of things. So maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. Anyways, I've had it for a while. It's time to get using it. But I thought it would be fun for this layout because I had tucked these little guys in there because they matched the colors of this collection. So, and in the background of this these pictures, we have baby sharks. So I'm going to use this collection for these photos. Okay, so here's our sketch today. It is a sketch by Ginger. It has two 4x6 photos, so that's what we have. And then it has a large embellishment with a title on top and some splattering detail along the bottom. So I did pull out a piece of white cardstock. I think that's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just kind of scooch some of this to the side. So there we have our piece of white cardstock, and then I'm going to choose one of the papers from the collection to be kind of like my main background paper. So let's see what we got here. I have some scraps. I'll probably use some of these scraps for matting my photos. So I'm going to set those aside. This goes with my embellishment stuff. And then I think, let me just look at the photos again. So kind of an idea. We have yellow with red arrows. We have green swirls. Kind of thinking blue. Do we have a blue sheet? We have purple. Buses and trains and stuff. That's not really my vibe today. Oh, here's a blue one. Okay. Oh, I have another idea for this stripe one. This was added in later. This is from Paper Adventures. It is not from the Crayola collection, but I see why I added it because it kind of goes with that sort of artsy kind of vibe. So I think I'm going to use that blue one. These ones are kind of flimsy papers. That's why I'm looking for something to add to my cardstock instead of just using this as a background. It's not very sturdy. Not that I haven't done that before, but you know. Okay, so I'm thinking just maybe cut this down to 11.5 by 11.5, and then we'll mat it on that white cardstock base. Okay, what should we ink in today? Maybe some black? Okay, so I'm going to ink my edges today in Black Soot Distress ink. Okay, so there we have our background all made up there. And before I go too much further, I think I'm just going to sprinkle some white, what is this called? Chalkboard glimmer mist onto the back here because there was splatters down along the bottom. It's very transparent. It's not super opaque, but that's okay. It'll give that kind of little vibe to what we're doing here. Okay, So, oh, you can't even see that on the camera. Okay, and then I was gonna map my photos. So I'm just gonna maybe set this aside for a second. So I think I could do green, but I think these are too narrow to map my photos. And the orange will probably stand out better from the background anyways. So let's just do the orange. So I cut 2 photo mats, and they're both just 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I'm leaving my photos as 4 by 6. And I'm just gonna put them right onto these little orange background pieces that have this like crayon doodling on the back, which is super cute, but you won't even really see most of that. Okay. So that's kind of that. Let's see, how are we doing here? Pretty good. Just maybe give it a little help. There we go. So there we have, oops, our 2 photos. I think I'm going to pop this one up. This was one of my tips for speedy scrapbooking in my last video, was to use this fun foam because it's a 1 peel. It's quick and easy. You don't have to really peel off a lot of backing pieces or place a whole bunch of different things down on your page. Just that one-stop shop. So I'm going to just put the whole thing on the back and then peel off 1 backing paper and we're good to go. I guess I'll probably want this one on top, so I should lay the other one down first. I don't think anything in the sketch, where did I put the sketch, shows beneath the photo, so I don't think I have, better not put that on here. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my ruler, see where the center of this page is, so that kind of sorta in the middle even would be helpful. There we go, right about there. And then this one, okay, and then this one, how cute is she? Okay, now I'll probably have to lift those up a little because I want these sharks in behind here. So where Ginger has that big element in behind her photo, I want that to be my shark family. If you're not familiar, this is a Baby Shark is a song from somewhere in Asia, and it became very popular a few years ago in North America, and kids adore it, and there's like a little dance that goes with it. And so yeah, she had these little sharks on her little tent there, so I thought this would be a cute embellishment. So I went through all of my embellishment pieces. So I went through this pack. I didn't find a title that I liked, so I made my own. I decided to save this for something else. The purple stuff didn't go. I didn't find a chipboard thing I liked, so I'm just gonna set those ones aside. And I have my title here. So the story, and here's my journaling. So the story says Amelia's new version of Peekaboo involves her crawling into this little pop-up tent with Baby Shark on it and giggling while we all say, "Where's Emmy?" And then someone, usually Quentin, pulls the flap open and we all exclaim, "There she is!" So that's my little story that goes with my photos. And then this is my title. So my title says, "Where's Emmy?" over here, right? And there she is up here. So, oh, that might be a bit big, hey? Ooh, I was not expecting that. That's okay. We can scooch our sharks over a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to ink around the edges of my little label piece where I put the first part of my title. So the lettering, the sticker letters that I used for this, were already in with this collection. So a long time ago, I took all of my sticker letters and I put them with paper packs because I was like, these are just crazily taking up too much space in my world. And I guess I can't cover his eyeballs, can I? And so I took all of the ones that were flat, not the thickers, and I put them all in with different collections. This one hadn't even been opened yet. It's Making Memories. They're not even a company anymore. I think this was a Provo craft, but it's ancient. Anyways, I still was able to make a title with it, so it stays in the kit for now. And then I need to decide where I want to put my journaling, and I think this is the spot right here. Okay, although I kind of want it opposite of this label. Okay, so I'm going to do another one of these quick and simple little backing pieces. And this time, I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to put my adhesive on here to stick it down because I don't want it on my photo. Oh, I forgot to ink. Okay, so we have a title. Sorry about the glare. I didn't have any sun or glare or anything when I started putting this on the desk, and now the sun came out. It's a good thing though, right? We love when the sun comes out. Okay, so we have photos, journaling, title. Where's my date piece? So I think I pulled a few. I have some labels from my color bins. I also have some cameras. Pulled a few things from my color bins while I was in there picking labels. I do kind of like this one. Do I want it there or under here? I kind of want this popped up too. I think I'm going to add foam adhesive to this as well. So I did not write down my date. Weird. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that under there, and I'll have to add it after I turn the camera off because I will have to go look it up. Silly me. Usually I do that before I turn the camera on. Okay, so that's where my date will go. And but I grabbed these because I want to use these ones up, and they have similar colors to what's in the collection. I'm gonna turn this right back up, right side up again. Can't talk. I was thinking these would be like fun, kind of like looking like splashes. But are they too close to the color of my... No, I think they're good. Okay. I have some more sharks. Maybe Daddy Shark and Mummy Shark, or... Yeah, Daddy and Mummy. Okay. I also have some little fishies and stuff. The center of attention was in the die cut pack, and I thought, yep, that pretty much describes her. She loves to be the center of attention. Okay. What girl doesn't though, really? I mean, right? Okay, so I'm just going to ink these up a little bit. Not perfectly, but just a little bit around the edge to give it some dimension. Okay. So I am thinking I could put this one under here. Okay. And then this one, I was thinking could come out of here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive. And I think I got these pieces, these swirl pieces from, and this too, this piece that I built my title on top of. I think they were from, so the captains over on Ginger's Corner like to inspire each other and send each other fun things, and I think that's what this is from. So thank you to whoever made it. There was no name on the back, so I couldn't say who it was. Okay. And then I was thinking I would like to kind of build some little underwater cluster thingies down here. Maybe a fishy. I love this fish. He looks scared. I guess he's scared of the sharks, right? Who wouldn't be? Starfish. Admit one doesn't really fit, but it does match with this kit, so I'll leave it in there. This can go back. What are we doing with this one? Center of attention. Just down here. I'm going to put these other sharks back in their bin. Put these papers back with the other scraps. This one too. And we'll bring back our sketch and have a little look. I do have to still stamp my date. And we'll put some enamel dots, and I think we're done. So I'm just putting one large, medium, and small in each little area. And then this one. There we go. So that is my layout for today. Thank you, Ginger, for this super fun sketch. So my quick tips today, again, are to use a large embellishment for filling up the space, and it does a lot of the work for you. Those large embellishments do so much for you. Pre-made titles are better. I didn't find one I liked. I wanted this one to be pretty specific. Yeah, and just working within a collection sometimes just makes things faster because everything matches with it, right? Okay, so this is the completed layout for today. It took me, it's saying 29 minutes, so under a half an hour to complete my layout. And I think that's it. There will be a close-up shot of the layout and a couple of detail shots at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those. I also post my layouts on Instagram and on my Facebook page. A big thank you to Ginger and Mallory for creating the sketches for this series and encouraging those of us who have limited time to keep documenting our memories. If you are here from the Speedy Scrapbooking playlist, thank you so much for spending time on my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you'll come back again. That's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Even if you leave an emoji, I really appreciate the interaction. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.